What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 68 of Pull Up with Miles and Owen. The WNBA season is in the rear view. Off season is here, and we are so excited to jump into our partnership with Athletes Unlimited, which we've done for a few years now, interviewing players in the W, players who aren't in the W, but who are playing at Athletes Unlimited, which this year will once again be hosted in the great city of Nashville, Tennessee, starting February 4th and running through March 1st. Miles, this is like one of our favorite times of year on the podcast, and we have Te-Hina Paopao here joining us in a second. But first, we wanted to check in with everyone because been a few weeks since the WNBA finals ended. Now we're in CBA negotiations. That just extended another 30 days at minimum. But college season is here. AU Unrivaled are around the corner. It's a pretty fun time for us from a content perspective. How are you feeling? What are you looking forward to?
I mean, I'm right with you that this is my favorite time of the year for the podcast because AU is so good to us and Unrivaled last year was so good to us too. So we're really looking forward to having a lot of players on again. And the roster for AU is still coming together a bit, but they've announced some really big names that we hopefully can bring you guys throughout the season. Just off the top of my head, Ariel Atkins, Tina Charles, Bree Hall, you're talking about Te-Hina Paopao is going to come on. A couple of players that are getting another shot, like Kaiser Gondrzick, who we haven't seen play pro in a little while. Deja Kelly had a nice showing with the Aces in training camp, but didn't eventually make that roster. Anissa Morrow is coming off a really strong campaign as a rookie with the Sun. So there's just so many names here and more to come. So I'm just excited to kind of be back in this. Like you said, it's the off season for the WNBA, but maybe this is kind of backwards, but it's a lot easier for us to get players in the WNBA offseason because these leagues are so good to us and because they're not traveling so much. I think that that's an underrated part of this league is just that they could stay in one location for, 4 weeks for AU. It's longer for Unrivaled. And I'm hyped. I'm excited. We've got a couple of interviews already scheduled. We're going to throw you to one now. But yeah, let's just kind of get into this one.
Today on Pull Up with Miles and Owen, we are so excited to be joined by a guard for the Atlanta Dream, a national champion at South Carolina. If you're watching this, you see me in my Don's Daycare shirt. Shout out to that iconic team. And soon you'll be able to catch her in Nashville, hooping at Athletes Unlimited. Te-Hina Paopao, thank you so much for joining us. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to talk to you guys and just have a really fun segment.
We're so excited to talk to you. We want to start with Athletes Unlimited. We're huge fans of Athletes Unlimited, been covering for years. What was the process like for you joining AU, and are you excited to be reunited with Breezy?
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I've been fortunate enough to have options in the States. I mean, you have Unrivaled, you have AU, and other leagues that are on the come up as well. And I'm just really excited. It's gonna really get me out of my comfort zone, and I'm just really excited to meet a lot of new people and just be able to pick their brains about basketball, about life, and just be able to learn their stories. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm really excited about my family as well. They're gonna come to a couple of games and just be able to experience this with me.
I love that AU is just in one city so that you can have your family come out and just be like, come chill here for a week. And Nashville is such a great place to be, especially, well, we're in the Northeast. So especially for us, getting out of New York a little bit in the wintertime is nice. And for
Oh,
you, California, maybe not quite so, not so quite so. But I love about AU that there is that like you said, you're getting to know people's stories. There's a great marrying of like so many vets that have been playing professional basketball for a long time and a lot of young players working on their game and kind of now you're in this like AAU style thing where you guys are just in one place together. And there's just such a long legacy, even now, of like your Atlanta Dream teammates have been through AU. Did you talk to Leash or Nas or Maya or Jordan or any of them about joining, or what was that process like for you?
I mean, they're all winners, obviously, and AU is just really about getting better and being on a 5-on-5 setting and just getting ready to get into training camp as well. So that's a really great gateway to getting back into shape or like staying in shape and just be able to meet new people and just have like you said, AU style, but getting paid. Thank you. And I'm really excited about that. But at the same time, just getting better and getting in the gym with those who want to compete and want to get better as well.
And they rolled out the red carpet for you guys already. We saw this last year when AU moved to Nashville, but we saw on social, went to the Titans game. You guys had a dinner out together with a bunch of players out. Just the city of Nashville, I'm sure you've popped in for like a game at Vandy or something like that. But like, have you been able to spend any kind of quality time there before? And what are your first impressions there that it's going to be your new home for a couple of months?
So yes, I did come here for, Vandy in Tennessee. But I did go exploring Saturday night, and that's hence the voice. Yeah, my first night in Nashville was really fun. I'm not down bad, but I'm starting to get back to myself as well. And so it's just really nice. I'm excited to experience Broadway. I've heard a lot about it, and I heard there's a lot of great food places. So I'm really psyched about that. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get to be in a new city and just explore and have fun and meet new people.
You said Sid Colson voice before we started, and I think that's a good
Yeah.
explanation.
I talked to her. She was like, "Wait, do you have a deep voice?" I'm like, "No, I'm just had a really nice night out the other night."
When Miles and I came down to Nashville to cover AU last year, us and our friend Tarika went out to karaoke on night one. So it was a similar
Oh, I'm
thing.
sure. Like, yeah,
And luckily we had recorded our podcast with Maya Caldwell actually before we went out to karaoke. So it's like we saved the voice for afterwards, but that was just lucky planning.
yeah.
Um, I it strikes me that like reading stories about you when you were in high school, in college, going into the pros, everyone's always said, especially coaches, that like your understanding of the game is so elite. You're able to diagnose plays and offenses and sets and kind of see what happens before it's going to happen. My question is, it seems like that would be something that would be very advantageous in this AU type of free-flowing setting where it's like you're trying to learn how to play with different teammates every week. Is that something that appeals to you in your style of play?
I mean, basketball is a game of rhythm and a flow and adjusting. And I feel like my game really fits with an AU style just because I could really adjust to my teammates and their strengths and their weaknesses. And so I think I'm gonna do a pretty good job adjusting to that as well. And I think that's really gonna showcase my IQ of the game and different aspects in that part and just be able to um, take one thing and using that into influencing my decision and what I see and feel. So I'm really excited for this style of play and how it's players led as well. And like I said before, it's gonna definitely get out of my comfort zone and making decisions. And I'm just really excited about that.
I read a Mirren Fader feature, shout out to Mirren, amazing writer, back from 2017, and it was detailing you scoring on Kelsey Plum,
Oh,
back training, and just Kelsey Plum talking about how incredible she thought you were in how you were training and that you could start in the Pac-12 immediately, even though you were, years away from playing in college. What was that experience like, and how did that kind of show you like what it takes to train at that level?
I mean, you're playing against, or at the time she was at Washington, and she's a really great elite pro player. So being able to get that early pro mentality and pro like what's it going to be like, it really helped my training up to now, and knowing that it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of pro habits, and just relying on those pro habits and just competing and stacking good days. So being able to have that early pro mentality and pro like style, it really helped my game to where it is today.
We couldn't have you on this pod and not talk about that 2024 championship season. And
Yes.
just looking back to it, you transfer to South Carolina, immediately start the season in Paris, and you have that electric game against Notre Dame. Then you go undefeated. Shout out to Camilla with that bank shot. And
Yes.
you win that title against Iowa in the most watched women's college basketball game ever. It had 18.9 million viewers. And now you've got a little bit of distance. How do you feel like you've had the time to look back and appreciate that? Because I feel like while you're in it, you're just like kind of on to the next and you need to have that next play mentality. But like, do you now have that have you had an opportunity to kind of enjoy it a little bit now?
I have. I mean, I've been, right from the championship from this year when we got mollywopped by UConn, you get right into the draft and then you got the training camp and then you're right into the season. So I recently just like talked with, Deja and Anissa and like I miss college. Like it was so fun. Like looking back at it, like the memories with the girls and just how we genuinely love to be around each other. And I miss that aspect and just being able to hang out with them and have fun. And I'm just like, bro, I miss college. Like, I mean, the off the court memories. I miss that aspect, not on the court. Like, it was a lot. But just being able to think back to like, dang, we had a really undefeated season and we won it all. And like, I definitely do look back and miss it. I mean, I talked to Breezy a couple of times about it. I talked to Fagan. I mean, we still keep in really good contact with each other from that team. And it was just a memorable season, a memorable year because of how new the team was. We didn't know what to expect, and we came out hot and stayed hot, and it was just an amazing season to remember. And I'm so blessed to be a part of that season and that team, and we still are really close together to this day.
I love that. And whenever we talk to players, especially right after their rookie seasons or during their rookie seasons, they say like the biggest transition is that basketball is the main thing, but it also like can be the only thing, but then you also are responsible for every single day. What was that transition like for you? Because you talked about, yes, you're kind of in a pod with your teammates in college, but in the pros, there's a lot more independence to that too.
Yeah, I found that out real quick. But like, like a job, you got to show up to your job, you got to do your job, and then you have all day to do whatever you want. So I'm still learning on, trying to find those activities that I like to do and like trying to fulfill my day throughout, every day and like seeing what I like, what I don't like. So that was probably like one of the most surprising things was how much freedom I have and how much time I have on my hands. Because in college, your day is already scheduled out. And so I'm still trying to find my little niche in life and like what I like to do. And I mean, I've been enjoying the freedom. It's nice. You work out, and then I've been sleeping all day and just having fun and being in bed. So I just got to go out and explore the city, like I'm gonna do after this, and just go have fun and live my life.
I love that. I have a couple more South Carolina questions because I can't move on from the segment just yet. It's like one of my favorite teams ever.
No,
You
I love talking about South Carolina. Like, ugh, it's so
It,
fun.
it's the best. And like, so the Don's daycare was so fun and like, turned into like a meme or whatever. But I feel like it was born out of the fact that you guys were so close and that it was like, it really was just like a really special group. And that was born out on the floor, but also just in the in-between moments and, tea time with Tessa or whatever was going on. What are some of those favorite memories that weren't on the basketball court?
Um, Probably making a lot of TikToks before practice. Like, we'd always like do a TikTok before practice or like after practice. We'd all like hang out in the training room and just like talk about the night before, or, like, what we're gonna do next. And it's just being around such a group of girls that just love to be, genuine each other and just have fun and not like worry about it. Cause we had, we're a new team. We didn't have anything like coming in, like, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that. We just really took one day at a time, one practice, one game. And we didn't put a lot of pressure on ourselves because at the end of the day, we had each other and we had fun with each other and we just go out there and play our game. And we just took the time to really get to know each other and, um, just have fun.
One of the things I loved about that national championship game is Iowa comes out red hot. I think they went up like 12-2.
Yeah.
And Dawn didn't call timeout. Like she trusted you guys. She knew that you guys could play through it, and you did play through it. And everyone contributed in that game. Chloe with the offensive rebounds, and you and Tessa couldn't miss. Bree hits a huge shot in the fourth quarter. Raven with her defense. Like everyone was just hooping. What did it say about that team that like Iowa threw that punch immediately, and you guys just were like, "No, we're good. We got this."
I mean, she had a couple moments like that where she didn't call timeouts when a team had a really like big lead on us, and so that just goes to show how much she trusted our team, and how much she knew that we would regroup, and she knew she trusted us, and we was gonna make the right plays and make it at the right time, and Camilla played a really big part in that as well. I mean, without her and her big presence, we wouldn't be where we was at, and so she just had a lot of trust in us and knowing that we was gonna make the right plays and do what we did. And I mean, we also wanted to get the lick back for the year before, and so we had to really. We were like, bro, we gotta get them. Like, we gotta shake back for that team from the year before, and that's what we did. And it was just really, it was bittersweet because we were able to get the lick back for that team the year before.
I have such a terrible memory day to day unless there's like it's anchored to a sports game. And my wife hates that, but it's like, oh yeah, I met your friends when this game was on in the background. I remember that game specifically. The solar eclipse was happening that weekend, and we had been traveling, and I just like found a brewery because I had to find somewhere with the game on and went in, and this was like upstate New York somewhere, and just looking around and seeing every TV put onto that game. It was such a moment. And, for us covering women's sports for years, we used to have to go into bars and like beg them and then have to say, like, no, you got to like download this app and then go on to streaming services or whatever. And then just to have it front and center and then to be such a good game. And I mean, selfishly to see the faces turn on a lot of these fans who were only there for Caitlin and then for them to get upset was also kind of a fun experience of that too. But it was cool just seeing women's basketball kind of as the moment. And then this momentum has just continued. So you get drafted a year later, you're celebrating with your family in Oceanside as you get drafted. How much from where you thought even 5 or 6 years ago when you thought about women's basketball as a potential path to now has this growth either surprised you or were you like, nah, this is coming? How have you experienced it all?
I mean, it low key surprised me, low key did it, but that was a really great gateway to. I mean, women's basketball obviously been around for quite a while, but it was just really nice to see the viewers and have eyes on us and play a really great game. I mean, it was a close game and
Mhm.
everyone was tuned in, like you said, 18.9 million viewers, and like that really, put a lot of more eyes on the game. And I mean, where it's at now, it can only go up from here. I mean, with the CBA going on, with, us wanting more money and us using our voices, it's a really great opportunity for us to keep growing the game. And a lot more people are tuned in. I mean, they're like streaming reactions, like streamers are, being tuned in. And it's just really great to see and being a part of it. It's amazing. And um, I'm just really excited to be part of that experience and just like I said, just have, it's only going to go up from here. And I'm just really excited to tune in. College women's or college basketball started today. So I'm going to be tuned into that. So I'm just really excited for the game to keep growing and see where it takes us.
Yeah, and it all ties together. You said at the jump that opportunities like AU, like Unrivaled, that are allowing players to stay stateside, also helps you guys as you're in these CBA negotiations. But we just have a couple of minutes left, so I wanted to just shift really quickly and talk about just the vibes in Atlanta this year. Seemed so great from the outside. That team is so fun, and you talk about the TikToks you're making in college, but also that team, and I'm subscribed to every Leash and Ryan like watch along snack video. But the Smesco offense too. I feel like that's something that fit you specifically so well. And obviously, well, not you specifically, because everybody was shooting. Nas was a shooter this year. Everyone was a shooter. But how did that trust in you guys also just mesh with the off-court vibes that seem so good with that team?
Yeah, I mean, the W is all about the right situation. And I was fortunate enough to be in that situation and be in Semesco's offense because it fits really well within my game. And so I was able to, come in and, as a shooter, like he's really known to have shooters, and his offensive scheme really fit within my game. So I was able to really be that player that I wanted to be and adjust accordingly. And they accepted me with open arms. I mean, I love Atlanta. I love the South. The community is great. The fans are great. The support is amazing. oh my God, just like top tiers. The organization's great. And I don't like, I'm just really blessed to be part of Atlanta Dream. And um, it's an amazing experience. And what we did this year was crazy. Not a lot of people expected that, especially how last year's team did. And I mean, we made it, to the first round of playoffs. And I know when we get to be more together, more in the chemistry aspect, I know that we can make it far next year. And so they really just accepted me with open arms, and I was able to really have my personality out there. Like Dawn's daycare is like times 100. I mean, especially with how much free time and stuff like that. So I was able to be myself and just have a really great time. And like the genuine smiles and the joy of the game it was really genuine because I love being there. I love coming to my job, and I just loved everyone that was a part of it.
It's such a special group. This might be the excuse me. This might be the hardest hitting question of the entire interview. But who is the best TikToker on the Atlanta Dream? Because like you're certainly in the running, very prolific. But as Miles alluded to, we've got Leash and Ryan with their videos. You got Nas doing voiceovers for Ryan's Lego videos. There's a lot going on.
I mean, I don't even think that's a question for real. I mean, it's obviously got to be me. And I mean, we have different content. I like to do dancing. I like to have a good time, and they do like, like you said, like snack tasting and voiceovers. So I think it really depends what kind of content you like, but I think I'm gonna have to give that award to me.
I do
What
think
is it?
that TikTok helped with recruiting at Unrivaled last year, though. So that did help a little
Oh,
bit
there's
getting
gonna be
PG on
a
board.
lot of big things this year for AU, and I'm really excited, and hopefully I can get my content game up.
Well, we can't wait to see it. And Te-Hina, thank you so much for taking the time today to talk to us. This was such a joy.
Yeah, no, thank you. It brought me back to a lot of memories at South Carolina. And I'm really excited for people to tune into AU. And it's going to be a great season, a great year. And I'll see y'all there.
Yeah, Nashville. Thanks, Tahina.